Welcome back to another Whiteboard Wednesday. Today we're going to be covering support and resistance, and I'm going to give you a few techniques as far as when it comes to trading, so that this can literally be a foundation on your trading journey. Support is pretty much an area that is going to be where the market finds support from market price. So typically this means that this is where buyers are going to come in. This is where buy orders are waiting. So typically you'll have a bounce here. I don't typically count any trend unless there's at least two reasons test at that line to determine a trend. So I drew two here to establish support. Typically you'll see this be multiple tests or bounces here. Sometimes this can remain true all year on certain prices in different assets, but for the first trend's sake, even if you're trading like short-term time frame or doing a swing or something like that, you're going to want to at least have two. At least that's how I do it. Same thing on resistance here. This is where sell orders are going to be. This is where traders are going to take profits. You'll see at least two bounces here to kind of establish that trend. So the biggest thing when you are looking at these trends is going to be able to identify the candles and be able to read the candles proficiently so that you can see whether or not these lines are going to hold up, because no support resistance is going to be there forever. At some point it's going to have a breakout, consolidation, trend sideways. If you're doing options or something like that and you're hoping it goes to one of these levels, that can pretty much put you out of profit due to time decay. It's a lot of things that you're going to be able to need to identify, and you're going to be a much better trader no matter what indicator you're using if you know how to read candlesticks. In my opinion, that is one of the best methods of trading or investing that you can literally add to your skill set, is being able to read candlesticks. And then you can couple that with a lot of different indicators to kind of just strengthen your double check, triple check method and put you in a much more profitable position. So let's go over a couple examples here to see how you would play this support and resistance chart. So let's say that you were coming down and you saw something like this. Does this mean that you're going to get a bounce here? Should you kind of sit this trade out, or should you kind of just position yourself if you're trying to do like a put, right? Or if you're trying to make an entry here to say that, okay, this is going to go down, or I'm going to do a call, whichever way you want to play it, right? So based off of these candles here, if you're looking to do a call back to this position, this is not an aggressive indicator, but this is positioning yourself to say that, okay, this is more than likely going to hold up to these previous bounces, and you're probably going to get a bounce somewhere here, maybe a little bit in the zone, and head back up toward your resistance level. So let's change the candles here and see if this changes the meaning. So this candle here has a long wick, which is indicating a rejection. So same thing, but this here is this is a trade I feel more comfortable entering into. Obviously, unless I have confirmation in my next candle, but this is a trade I feel more comfortable in because this is indicating that the buy order is already coming in, and we got a rejection here, and more than likely the next candle is probably going to be green, and we're going to be heading in the upward direction. So let's do another example. Would I take this trade? Absolutely not. This here is a huge candlestick here, and this is more than likely indicating that we may even be about to break trend, or we're going to go deep into the zone here. That's a lot of force here to get this asset down. This is something that I would sit out and just watch closely, but I wouldn't try and force a trade. Now, let's say that you do not go back down and bounce off of here, but your next candle is you immediately do a retest. Does this mean that this trend is no longer valid? and that you can't go back down? Not quite. What you're going to have to look at is the type of candle that you have here doing this retest, and you can start to say, oh, it's a double top and all that kind of stuff like that. Please wait on the candles to close before you start assuming patterns and stuff. But that could be the case, but ultimately you're going to want to look at your short-term time frames that you're trading on and kind of confirm the strength of this movement here and see how likely it is for you to get your rejection, or if you're going to invalidate this trend. Because again, if this candle turns into this, and you could just be, have a little overshoot into the zone, and it could continue and we'll get a rejection and come back down, or you could be about to break trend. I would wait. I would not force this trade, and I would see the momentum and see what the next candlestick is going to be. You cannot assume that this is going to stay within this parameter. All the support resistance trends, before we got into this support resistance area, it was in another one. It's going to break this one. It's going to rise and decline, and it's going to go to another period. So all of these trends are going to be broken at some point. You just kind of have to trade in between, know how to read these candlesticks so that you can get your money and get out. All in all, support and resistance is literally going to be a tennis game between buyers and sellers and the prices that they wish to buy and sell at. So knowing how to read candlesticks is going to be able to kind of get you in between so that you can capitalize off of that momentum and that back and forth. You can take a deeper look with zones and stuff like that, and I'll create a video at a later date going into that. But ultimately, this is going to be a very foundational skill for you to build as a beginner investor, as someone who's new to trading. I don't want to oversimplify this, because I know a lot of new traders and stuff like that, you'll hear this term a lot: support and resistance, support and resistance. It's not that simple. If support and resistance were all that it took, all of us would be billionaires. So this is a great entry level indicator to kind of get an idea of how to set a chart up at, but it's not that simple to go in to make money. You can make money using this method, but I would not use this on its own. That is my intro to support and resistance. Like and subscribe to this video if you'd like more. I cover stocks, crypto, all that good stuff on this channel here, and we're going to continue doing these Whiteboard Wednesdays until we cover a lot of the indicators and a lot of the things that can make you a proficient trader. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Right.